Hi, I am Tanmay Mehta, and this is Kalen State Weekly Law Review. The Supreme Court has observed that the power under Section 482 of the Code of Criminal Procedure can be exercised to quash criminal proceedings which are ex facie, bad for want of sanction, frivolous, or an abuse of process of court. In the present case, the complainant alleged police excesses while he was in custody in course of investigation in connection with a crime. The order of the Metropolitan Magistrate taking cognizance of a private complaint was challenged before the High Court by filing a petition under Section 482 of Code of Criminal Procedure, alleging that there was no sanction from the government to prosecute the accused police officers. Refusing to quash the proceedings, the High Court remitted the complaint back to the Metropolitan Magistrate, instead with liberty to accused to apply for discharge. This order of the High Court was impugned before the Apex Court. Perusing the records, the bench comprising of Justices R. Bhanumati and Indra Banerjee observed that patently the complaint pertains to an act under color of duty. Therefore, the court observed that sanction was a legal requirement which empowers the court to take cognizance, and the High Court ought to have exercised in this power to quash the complaint instead of remitting the appellant to an application under 245 of the Criminal Procedure Code to seek discharge. In modification of its earlier June 18 order imposing a complete ban on the Rath Yatra at Puri, the Supreme Court had allowed intervention applications seeking holding of the chariot with stipulated directions. A bench comprising of Chief Justice S.A. Bobde, Justices Dinesh Maheshwari and A.S. Bopanna had allowed the Rath Yatra to proceed without the general congregation of the participants, subject to various conditions. The Supreme Court has reiterated that passing any interim orders in writ petitions involving contractual matters, the court must carefully weigh conflicting interests of the public. The bench observed that the grant of interim order impinges upon the grant of contract by the state and is not in the public interest, that too without recording any reasons. The Supreme Court on June 26 stayed investigation and coercive action against News 18 anchor Amish Devgan on multiple FIRs registered against him over his remarks on Sufi saint Khwaja Moinuddin Chishti till the next date of hearing. A vacation bench of Justice A.M. Khanwalkar, Dinesh Maheshwari and Sanjeev Khanna issued notice on his writ petition seeking quashing of the FIRs and asked him to implead all the de facto complainants. The Supreme Court on June 26 passed an interim order staying the investigation in 3 FIRs registered by West Bengal Police against the editors and founders of the online news portal Op India. A bench comprising of Justice Sanjay Kishan Kaul and B.R. Gavai passed in the writ petition filed by Nupur J. Sharma, editor of Op India, her husband Vaibhav Sharma, founder and CEO of news portal Rahul Sharma, and the editor of Hindi wing of platform Ajit Bharti. The Supreme Court reiterated that while hearing a petition under Article 227 of the Constitution of India, High Court cannot convert itself into a court of appeal. The bench comprising Justices Naveen Sinha and B.R. Gavai observed that the High Court ignored that the legal position expounded in a 3-judge bench judgment in Achal Mishra versus Rama Shankar Singh, wherein it was specifically held that even if a party does not challenge the vacancy order by way of writ petition, it is still open to challenge the same order along with the final order passed under Section 16 in the revision under Section 18. It observed it is a well-settled principle of law that in the guise of exercising jurisdiction under Article 227 of the Constitution of India, the High Court cannot convert itself into a court of appeal. It is equally well settled that the supervisory jurisdiction exercised by the High Court extends to keeping the subordinate tribunals within the limits of their authority and seeing that they obey the law. It has also been held that though the powers under Article 227 are wide, they must be exercised sparingly and only to keep subordinate courts and tribunals within the bounds of their authority and not to correct their mere errors. The Gujarat High Court dismissed a batch of petitions seeking permission to conduct Jagannath Rath Yatra at Ahmedabad in view of COVID-19 pandemic. The order was passed by a division bench comprising of Chief Justice Vikram Nath and Justice J.B. Pardiwala during an urgent hearing held on Tuesday at 2 am. The petitioners, including state government, submitted that permission be granted with conditions in view of the Supreme Court order permitting Jagannath Rath Yatra at Puri. The Delhi High Court on June 23 allowed bail to Safura Zargar after the Delhi police submitted that it had no objection to her release on humanitarian grounds. Solicitor General Tushar Mehta, appearing for Delhi police, submitted that without going into the merits of the plea and without considering this as a precedent, the state has no problem in Safura being released on bail provided she doesn't indulge in activities she is being investigated for. The court clarified that the order should not be treated as a precedent in this case or in any other case. Justice Sakdar also highlighted that he had received certain documents in sealed cover from the state which has not been opened or perused. The same will be returned to the Office of Solicitor General, the judge said.